This is John for John's Beat and Justin's World of Softball. I'm here at the Dome with Jennie Finch. Welcome. How are you?
Good.
You're looking great.
Thanks.
So I have to start off and I ask you about when you pitched. Did you decide which pitch you were throwing, or was that a joint decision? How did that work?
Definitely a joint decision. It wasn't, ultimately I had to buy in and, in my gut I had to feel it. But ultimately it was definitely teamwork, and that was, I think for me, one of the most special things about the game and about pitching is, the camaraderie and the relationship with your catcher, and it makes it fun because that's the challenge of working together to try to get that hit around. And I had a blast of pitching to so many great catchers and building that bond with a lot of great athletes.
How did you study the hitter? Did you keep notes? Was it video when you were planning the game?
Back in the day we didn't do too much video. It was just more of knowing the players, and the league isn't very big, and everybody in the league is so talented, so which batters you're going to face, and their tendencies and stuff. So that was just kind of from the history. And if there was a new younger player, I would definitely ask questions, people on the team that have played with them and such, and definitely watch their warm-ups things, or go back and the coaches to tap into that area too, of getting the coaches' knowledge of the players.
Okay. Now, are you able to watch a game now just as strictly as a fan, or does the player come out? Does the coach come out in you at all?
I love watching the game, and I think even everybody asks that too with my husband. Can you even enjoy watching him play baseball? And I absolutely do. That is my escape in a way. I can just sit back and enjoy, and it's been so amazing to see the NPF on CBS Sports, and so now it's so fun having my little ones tune in, and we're watching softball on TV throughout the summer. It's so exciting to see and be a part of, and I'm definitely a fan, and I can enjoy it for sure.
Well, your husband played Major League Baseball, so did he enjoy watching it as a fan?
Watching me?
Either one, either
well,
Major League or you.
Really, I think he only was able to catch maybe 3 of my games my entire career, just because he was always playing. So it was usually me going to him on my off days and trying to catch his games.
Now you play in the celebrity softball game.
Mm-hmm.
Is it more for fun, or is it the challenge of striking those guys out? Because I think it was Albert Pujols said that you're the fastest pitch he's ever seen.
Yeah, but that wasn't in the Celebrity All-Star Game.
Oh,
slow pitch. No, that was in a different atmosphere. So, it's not about striking them out because it's slow pitch, and so I know, ahead of time that I'm gonna get, beat up, and lots of home runs hit off for me. And this last year was horrible. Oh my gosh, it was miserable. I was looking for relief, and no one was coming out there. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to take myself out of this game, which would be the first time ever. But slow pitch is horrible, but it's so much fun, and I've been able to, build relationships with Ozzie Smith and the guys that Raleigh Fingers, and Mike Piazza, the guys that are there every single year. And it's just such an honor to be out there with these Hall of Famers of baseball, and just around those that love the game. And I'm out there for our sport, continuing to try to represent our sport and grow the sport of fast pitch softball.
And how's it going at McNeese State? How's coaching going?
It's good. It's fun. Last year was my first year, and Coach Joe was just awesome with letting me bring my kids, and that was the only way that I could kind of go there. And so it was fun. It was fun to see my kids get in that environment. And there's something so special about collegiate athletics, and so they're just a really good group. And the girls are just a great group. So I enjoyed every afternoon I could get out there. I didn't get out there as much as I would like to, but I enjoyed it when I did.
Now with the Olympics, with softball not being part of the Olympics, what do you see as the future for softball? Especially
I see it coming back in 2020, and hopefully we'll know within the next month or so if we do get it back in the games, and it's looking good. I've been partnered with Mizuno since I signed after college, and so it's going on with, 13 years or something. And the president of Mizuno stepped down in Japan, and that's his sole purpose. He's on the International Olympic Committee, and he's leading that march and charge to try to get it back in, and it's looking good. So hopefully that's where we'll be back in. And I'm so thankful for the NPF, and I dreamt of being a major leaguer when I was younger, but to see the opportunity now within our sport and our game, and I'm giddy as can be that you can turn on CBS Sports all summer long and watch it on Monday, Tuesday night, and being able to follow it. It's been so fun, and just see it grow, and I hope that the future remains just as bright. And each year the college game continues to grow, and I think if we can just continue to build that connection from the collegiate sport to the pro league, and then hopefully back in the Olympics, it'll be better than ever.
We're hoping for that as well.
Yes.
One last question for you about your Los Angeles Dodgers. Are you keeping up with them? First place?
Gosh. I have 3 kids. No, I'm not. Through a couple of friends of mine, I am a little bit, but no, not as much as I should be. My mom has kind of fallen off too, which isn't good.
Been a long time Dodgers fan?
Yeah, we grew up having season tickets.
Who were you guys?
Back in the day.
Back in the day, now, all of it?
Yeah, and I've been away for so long that, and having 3 kids, my mind is filled, so I haven't been able to follow as much as I should.
Even back in the day, anybody?
Oral Hershiser, Steve Sachs, way back in the day, those were my guys, and, Mike Piazza, and just from there, growing up around the game, it was so much fun, and, my brothers both played baseball too.
Jennie Finch, thank you very much for your time.
Yeah,
we appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it.